Yehoshua, Aryeh, Leib, HaCohen, Ben, Yonatan, Chaim, Malka, Esther. The Gemara in Sanhedrin raises the following question. Are Hespedim eulogies given to benefit our loved ones that have departed? Or are they for the benefit of his living family, that they bring comfort and credit upon them? If we agree with the latter opinion, then I think it's true to say that every beautiful hesped spoken or written about Joshi over the last year is nothing but an absolute credit to Johnny, Mandy, Dahlia and Liat. The four of you are an inspiration to all of us, and your strength is felt by everybody who was zocher to know Joshi. Thinking about what I might say today just made me feel very humble and very unqualified to do Joshi justice. But I do want to focus on one aspect of Joshi's wonderful personality, and that was his amazing positive attitude, his joy at hearing about somebody else's joy. He was able to do this because I never heard him once speak badly about anybody or judge another human being, and this enabled him to release all of his positive energy just for the good. There is actually a phrase for this in our Jewish texts, which is ayin tova, a good eye. The laws of when to judge others favorably complement the meritorious message of the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot, that one should judge others favorably even when not required to do so. In other words, it is upon us to always give somebody the benefit of the doubt and not be judgmental. On the subject of ayin tova, the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot says, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai Omer Lahem, Tzu'u ur'u eza hi derech tova shidbak bo adam. Rabbi Eliezer Omer ayin tova. Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai asks his fellow sages, which is the best characteristic that a person should aim for? And Rabbi Eliezer says, a good eye, ayin tova. Other opinions are cited, good friend, good neighbor, good heart, etc. Conclusion is, Omer Lahem, Ro'eh ani is divrei Eliezer ben Erech mitreichechem shebechalal dvarav divreichem. Rabbi Yochanan says that he agrees with Rabbi Eliezer that the best characteristic is ayin tova because all of the others are included in this one. So what is so important about a good eye that makes developing it the proper path for character development? The Maharal explains how much impact one's outlook has on his or her life. He explains that Rabbi Eliezer's ayin tova means that a person should look well upon others, wish them well, and be happy in their successes. A good eye does not refer to the sharpness of one's sight, but rather the generosity of one's vision. Out of all our senses, the sense of sight is the most subjective. A person sees things as he wishes to see them. The subjective nature of vision allows for the concept of ayin tova, and very sadly, all too common, the opposite trait of ayin ra'ah. Or put another way, one person sees a cup as half full, while another sees it as half empty. And this, for me, is how we will always remember Joshi. Whatever he saw with a good eye, a non-judgmental eye, together with his unbound excitement at anybody else's happiness. And in my opinion at least, I think this enabled him to unleash a seemingly unlimited amount of positive energy. And this manifested itself in so many ways. He wasn't just a madrich at B'nai Kever, he threw himself into it. He didn't just help out with JSOC at Leeds University, he recognized all the good and potential in the other Jewish students and worked his socks off to bring them all together by being in the thick of all the arrangements for JSOC events. Joshi saw the good and looked with an ayin tova on anybody who suffers from mental health issues. So he did what any normal person would do and got up one day and walked 1,000 kilometers in order to raise awareness about them. I had the dubious honor of hacking into Joshi's hard drive so that Johnny and Mandy could see if there was any material on there that they hadn't previously seen. I stumbled across a video blog that he made for one of his university courses. It did not start with a boring hello, good morning, etc. It started with Joshi bounding down the street near Hillel with his huge infectious smile and enthusiasm. He didn't just support Liverpool, he really supported Liverpool. I'm sure, Joshi, you and I would be discussing the fact that so far this season, Liverpool remain the only team to beat Newcastle so far. Just saying. And Leeds are next up. So you could burst that bubble. Just saying. I think, to a certain extent, over the last couple of months, we've all been reliving in our minds this period, this time last year. The desperate prayers, the Tehillim, the hopes that Joshi was going to recover, and finally the devastating news that Joshi had lost his final battle. I have two memories from that time that I will never forget. Firstly, when Lizette and I had the chance with Mandy to take Joshi outside into the fresh air for the first time in quite a few weeks. In all the excitement, I totally forgot about Mincha. Not to worry, Joshi's first words when we got outside were, "Andrew, the sun's nearly down, we better daven." And we did. The second was having the honor of finishing a Masechet of Daf Yomi with Joshi. I have been looking back at my WhatsApp chat with Joshi from that period. His excitement at making his first siyum mixed in with messages about Alan Shearer and Gary Neville. The invitation to his siyum with the words, "Bring your ruach," very Joshi. His probing questions, although why he thought I had any of the answers, I don't know, but we did the best we could to understand. Proudly sending me a picture of his new Gemara for the next Masechet Tanit, that he was so excited to learn next. And then joking with me that he had to fast for a medical procedure, so it was actually appropriate for him to learn. But for the bit I remember the most, I do not need to look back at our WhatsApps. When he came out of intensive care, I have no idea how many pages behind he was. He informed me that he would finish Masechet Rosh Hashanah in time for the Daf Yomi Siyum. I really didn't believe that this was possible, but didn't want to discourage him, so I said, good luck with that. Of course, what happened in practice was that when Joshi did catch up, I was actually a couple of pages behind. We would then be sending reminders to each other every day. Have you done the daf? Have you done today's daf? And of course, we were zocher to join in Joshi's first siyum, a night that I will never forget. So, while I'm glad that I get the chance in front of Joshi's Kever to acknowledge, Joshi, that I doubted you, I also celebrate your positivity and energy, your ability to wake up like a lion and really never give up. Rav Soloveitchik has a comment on the Gemara in Sanhedrin that I mentioned at the beginning. He says the opinion in the Gemara that a hesped is for the benefit of the living family means that by hearing about his good deeds, hearing about the good deeds of loved ones that have departed, this will inspire us to learn from his or her ways and improve ourselves. And I would like to add my own thought, that with all the extreme pain that Joshi was taken from us at such a young age, I believe that Joshi was a gift from Hashem for us to enjoy during his short time on this earth. But a gift from Hashem comes with a certain responsibility, and maybe it is upon us to honor Joshi's memory by following his example and always look with an ayin tovah, a good eye. Yehi Zikro Baruch.